ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯ ಗಟ್ಟಿಗೊಳಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ದೇಶದ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಕಡೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನವರು ಸೌತ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತಮಿಳುನಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಅಣ್ಣಾಮಲೆಯನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಬಿಜೆಪಿಗೆ ಹಿನ್ನಡೆಯ ವರದ ಶಾಪ.
See, I don't want to comment on an individual, but BJP is a very cadre-based party. I like to remind you, Balraj Madhok, he was a stalwart during 1947 and all that, during the Jammu Kashmir, when the riffraff army from Pakistan came to occupy Srinagar. He had worked very intensely. Founder of Jansan, party leader he was. He left the party after a point because he had some difference of opinion. Kalyan Singh ji, great backward class leader. Later on, of course, he came back. He left the BJP. Similarly, Uma Bharti ji, why, with due respect, I'm sitting next to Yediyurappa ji's son. Yediyurappa ji, who BJP values as a great leader in the ground. At a time when they couldn't sort of cope, they went out. But the party continues. And of course, we were very happy and honored when Yediyurappa ji came back, and that's how this party is. It doesn't hold anything in its mind. But we respect leaders, they come, we respect them when they come back also. So, but Charaiveti is what is BJP. We'll keep continue going on with the party.
ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ ಸಂಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳು ಸದಾ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಸ್ ಎ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾದ ಇದೆ.
Data you get every month, GST collection. You also get data once in a year of the GDP growth. You get twice in a year World Bank and IMF saying how much is India's growth. And at that time they say about other countries' growth. Repeatedly last 5-6 years, India is the fastest growing economy. And this year when the GDP numbers came, every sector, manufacturing, agriculture, service, logistics, transport, every sector has shown substantial growth. Now, when the leader of the opposition belonging to the Congress party constantly, as you said, he goes on saying, constantly says, oh, you are going to have economic disaster, doom, that. But the numbers are showing different thing. Very clearly, the data shows that this economy is doing well. He doesn't realize that by constantly negatively talking about the Indian economy, which is actually doing well, you are undermining our people's efforts. After all, it is the people of India who are working hard, doing their business, paying their taxes, and as a result, GDP is growing. If you constantly go on saying negative when it is untrue, you are undermining the people's efforts, and in order to show your hate for Prime Minister Modi, you are undermining your own people. It is irresponsible of the opposition. Why? When war came in Ukraine, who brought the students back? Earlier, when Iran was under sanction, there was a problem. Who brought the students back? Many of them are doing medical education in Ukraine and so on. At the same time, he was talking to the Ukrainian president and to the Russian president to say, please, let there be a ceasefire period when I take my students out, take them to Romania, and from there fly them back. These are the achievement of Prime Minister Modi through his diplomatic contacts with leaders of the world. And that is why we are even today able to get gas, crude. In between there was a disruption, but now it's all happening smoothly. That's thanks to his diplomatic connections.
ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ
ಒಬ್ಬರು ಕೇಳಿ.
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 20 years ಬಹಳ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೆ ಉದ್ಯೋಗದ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಆರೋಪಗಳು ಪದೇ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಚರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರಂಭ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆ.
See, in democracy, people coming together to protest in this name or that name, it's fine. That's why we didn't have any hesitation for giving them the permission to come and do the protest. We didn't touch and say, no, you can't protest. That's their democratic right. Let them do it.
ಟ್ರಂಪ್ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ
I have not finished.
ಉದ್ಯೋಗದ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ
I have not finished answering you, please. So, we don't mind people protesting. But if you see the periodic labor force survey which happens and data is put out, unemployment is actually coming down. I stood up in Parliament to give the data on it. In spite of that, there are several programs through which we bring people on to get trained, to get exposed to companies. Like under my ministry, Corporate Affairs, we run the PM internship scheme, where companies come forward and give them offer. We pay 4,500, companies give 500 rupees. We give them 5,000 and a 6,000 one-time lump sum amount for them to get ready and come. After that, many of them are getting recruited by that very same company where they became intern. So there are several schemes. National Rural Employment Mission, NRLM, gives a lot of exposure and job. In fact, I went to Nagaland to check up on the progress of NRLM. So many women have come forward, taken jobs. Now they are setting up their own shops, their own network through which digitally they are selling the products. Government is taking a lot of effort, but the churn because of AI, which is happening in the industry, because they are now using AI to get perfect results, which earlier was done by people. Now many of these people are being pushed for upskilling their skills. Government does free upskilling, and many of these people can get trained here. We are giving AI based training, and after that they can go back to the job market. So this churn is happening simultaneously as much as governments attempt to get them jobs.
ನಡೆಸುವಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ವಿಫಲ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು.
Sorry?
ನೀಟ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ನಡೆಸಲು ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ವಿಫಲ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನ್ ಕಾರಣ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು?
Pradhan Mantriji's office is sitting and working to get this sorted out. That is why when the re-examination is going to happen, and that is why when applications are coming for re-evaluation, it's all happening. I remember making banks, nationalized banks, run portals so that students don't suffer when they come to pay their re-evaluation fee, and that goes to the education ministry, which in turn does the re-evaluation. Many of us have come together to work so that students don't suffer. The PM's office is directly monitoring this. So, not that PM is not speaking, he's getting work done.
ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಗಳು ಘೋಷಣೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಯೋಜನೆ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್
So many governments are giving it. I sort of draw a calibrated line. Hard and fast line, calibrated line. If your budget has such resources to give, state it in the budget, discuss it in the assembly, and please give. But don't give if you don't have the money, and then blame the center saying center is not giving me money. You didn't give the promise based on center. You gave the promise knowing your economy's strength, your fiscal position. So there are some states which have given this, but who can manage it. But there are some states who have given too much and are not able to carry forward.
ಟ್ರಂಪ್ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಮೋದಿ ಭಯನ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಈಗ 3 ಜನ ನೇವಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು 3-4 ಸಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಡಗದ ಮೇಲೆ ದಾಳಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ರಾಯಭಾರಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ನ ಏನೋ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅಷ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಭಾರತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ?
On which particular thing Gettiyagi America? On which particular?
ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸಾಯ್ಬೇಕು ಮೇಡಮ್? ಇದಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ.
Okay. No. See, that area, first of all, the American official has been called and given a stern, the diplomatic language, whatever has to be said. But that area is now, there are several cross-firing happening. America, Israel, Iran, other Arab countries. Who's firing at who? All this is happening. Without talking to the American diplomats, it's not as if we are sitting and watching. We are talking to them. We are saying, you've done wrong. Our people are getting offended. Similarly, when the war started, Iran was attacking all the Arabian countries. We called both the countries and said, Indian national security and safety is in your hands. Iran, you make sure that you don't hit at our people. These are being said, and Gettiya, beyond this you can't go into place.